Okay. We are back. Our adventure in Tyranny of Dragons. GM. Very excited to be continuing this. Last session I thought was pretty dope. You guys faced off against the Black Dragon, jumped through a portal, narrowly escaping certain death. But that's my own personal recap, and I would love to give an inspiration to anyone of you who would like to give a recap in your own words.
I can go for it. So we fucking tried to fight a whole ass dragon, and it's the best laid plans truly get dashed within the very first round when the dragon frightens all of you, and then you can't move any closer, and then you're just fucked. And we tried our best, but what's her face? Resmir escaped like a little rat coward that she is down the staircase. We all took turns almost dying. And then by some beautiful miracle, we all managed to flee down the staircase and escape the still very much alive dragon. And we snatched a little treasure on our way out before we jumped through a portal to who the hell knows where.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Wonderful. So, as you all hurriedly, treasure in hand, escape through this portal, the foul stench of the Black Dragon's lair vanishes, and you feel your feet sink in a thick blanket of snow. Strong cold wind nips at your face. Not so far from you, flying fortress, encased entirely in ice, levitates on the side of this snowy mountain. As you take a moment, take in your rapid change of surroundings, small cabin to your left, the door opens, man walks out of it. He regards you all. He says, Resmir was quite certain you would not survive. And he mutters like a small incantation, and the portal behind you closes. He beckons you in your direction. Come inside. I believe we can have a mutually beneficial discussion. And he disappears back into this small cabin.
What was he wearing?
He was wearing floor-length red robes. He had a shaved head with a very distinctive tattoo on his skull. He did not look dissimilar to the person from your dreams, Sylvia. Not the same person, but certainly the same robes and tattoo markings.
Going to take a second to kind of sidle up to the party and look at the horrible state that we're in. And I maybe shiver a bit and tell them, well, I want to recap the vision to them first, just in case I didn't actually share it all, but basically just share that this person might be a priest of Tiamat, and I'm not too sure about his loyalties, but I don't know what other options we have. And then she looks at Kyrell, who's probably looking pretty crappy right now.
Yeah, Kyrell just immediately upon getting to this frozen from being somewhere hot and warm and sticky to being somewhere very cold is now wearing some sheerish clothing is now shivering. I concur. Although I'd rather not be anywhere near them. I'd rather like the chance to get inside where it's nice and warm.
Real quick, is anyone else looking? I can't remember where we all were at the end of this. Does anyone else look as fucked up as Kyrell does?
Sylvia's not as bad, but she's pretty rough. Like, I would say short rest if we could, but maybe in the cabin, unless you're willing to spend spell slots.
I think next, like, seeing the two of them shivering, will sort of like hold out her hands, asking them to like put their hands in hers.
Sylvia will reach out and do that.
Same with Kyrell.
And I'll use my Balm of the Summer Court feature, so you each get... Oh god, I have to do math. You each get 11 hit points back as I sort of like spread that healing, and you just sort of feel this like the warmth of like a summer sun on your face kind of flood into your veins through your hands as you get some HP back.
You feel Sylvia's hand kind of like relax a little bit, and a little bit more of a flush come to her cheeks, and she looks you in the eyes and says, "Thank you."
Thank you. I was feeling a little lightheaded there, and so do we go into the castle, or I don't even know where we are.
Go ahead and make a nature check. Potentially identify the region you're in.
Okay. How many is this? That's an 11.
Certainly somewhere colder than you were before. Can't exactly mean this mountain range doesn't look familiar to you.
Well, I have absolutely no clue where we are. Anyone else?
Yes. Make a nature check next. Sorry, you're having some Discord mic issues.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. As soon as I muted before, Discord stopped responding, and I was just furiously typing on my computer. I got a 19 on my nature check.
19, okay. Yeah, you look around you, and, you know, kind of take in your surroundings. This mountain range is called the Star Mounts. It is located... Or actually, go ahead and show map. I'll briefly pull a map in where Rodeo. So, you all were previously in the Mire of Dead Men. For now, here. It's a lone mountain range located in the high forest. It's not, with your nature check, I'd say it's not particularly known for being populated at all, because, you know, it's much more convenient to live near the river and the forest than it is to a snowy, desolate mountain.
Cool, yeah, I'll relay that to the party. Makes sense that there's a fucking floating ice fortress out here where no one's around to freak out about it except for us.
Speaking of the ice fortress, have we heard of such a thing before, or is this like totally unheard of?
Go ahead and make a history check, actually. This is definitely something that's not common for sure. None of you have probably ever seen something like this before. Honestly, a nature or an arcana check would work for this one.
Okay. My thing is not working, so I will roll manually. That
Try to
is
improve.
15 nature.
15 nature. I'm sorry, not a nature check, a history check or an arcana check.
Oh, yeah, 12.
Well, yeah, you don't know what the fuck this is. It is a flying, levitating fortress. It is encapsulated with ice, and it is out in the middle of nowhere on Lone Mountain, on this, like, mountain range.
Yeah. I think Cup's gonna agree with everyone else and say, I think we don't really have much of a choice. Probably have to follow this person in. But we'll also pull out the poison dagger and just, like, have it ready.
Got it. Feel free to move your tokens around and enter the cabin if you wish.
Before we go in, just because I think Nex is definitely feeling a little paranoid after that fight, I'm going to cast Unseen Servant and just have it follow us in.
Okay. There. Right, as you enter, blueberry pie. There is a four-armed troll wearing a tiny checkered red and white apron, holding 2 oven mitts and pulling a freshly baked blueberry pie out from the oven. The mysterious mage who has yet to introduce himself, says, wondering if you were going to stay out there and freeze to death, or if you're going to come in here and converse. Trespin, this is my companion, Trespin Troll. Would you please get us some tea? The troll turns around, runs, and then takes a bunch of small, mismatching cups, begins pouring.
Finally, some proper hospitality. What is your name?
My name is Asbara Joss.
And how do you know Resmir?
Well, we run in the same circles. Yeah. I am a part of the Cult of the Dragon. However, the Cult of the Dragon used to be about slaying dragons and raising them as Dracoliches. I do not agree with the current leadership's more personal goal. Matt.
Just stares at him, waiting for him to say more. If it ever comes down to a staring contest.
I am a mage, and I have a particular set of skills. I come from a land far away, across the words. A place called Thay. I'm a red wizard of Thay. Trained in many arcane and forbidden crafts. So my usefulness and particular skill for teleportation has been invaluable to Resmir and Astos and all their lackeys.
I think at this point, now that he's starting to like name drop places and organizations, Sylvia would be looking towards Eureka to see if she has any like input from her encyclopedia.
Would Eureka have input from her encyclopedia?
You can make a history check.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so with a 15, you would know that the Red Wizards of Thay are generally an evil organization of mages, typically specializing in raising things from the dead and necromancy. Hence why this mage, Asbara, mentioned Dracoliches. You would recognize what he's saying is true. The cult of the dragon used to be about slaying dragons, raising them as Dracoliches. However, this has been a new direction to raise Tiamat and to free her from the Nine Hells. It's not something the cult of the dragon has ever tried to do before. So certainly there were some shakeups.
So, in knowing all that, Eureka would probably, like, hearing the name dropping would kind of make links across the room, and pull on Sylvia, like, trying to imbue some, like, we maybe shouldn't talk about this here, but, like, I don't trust this guy, don't know what's going on. And, she'll take a peek around the room and, frown and look at Asbar up and down, like regale him, and say, "Why is it so cozy in here?"
Well, I prefer some civility, quite exactly like my comrades.
And Eureka would just frown at that, since she would feel on edge at this point after everything that's happening, and sort of be like trying to pull Sylvia towards the door, because if there's one thing that Eureka does is try to find an exit plan. So she's kind of trying to read his expression of like what his true intentions are, but hasn't been able to explain to everybody like this is not like we're in a closed space with this man and a troll, and it's not ideal.
Yeah, and as you kind of look around, you feel a bit unsettled because the interior of this cabin, while cozy and warm, fire, you look around and there's like jars of like teeth and fingers on a shelf. You see a book that has a binding that is not quite leather and mysterious material, skin-like material. You see there is some like decoration hanging in the window. It's like bird bones and feathers. There are some oddities about this room. And then at that, yes,
Do
go
you
on.
have a washroom?
Yes, upstairs.
So she's just gonna like motion for Eureka to go upstairs with her.
And Eureka's gonna nod and be like, "Sorry, it's girls have to go together."
Mm-hmm. Sure. Trespin, be a good host and show them. And the four-armed troll begins to escort you upstairs. So, guys, at the staircase for now. I don't have a map of the second floor of this room, or of this cabin, but you see it's pretty simple. There's like 2 bedrooms up here and then a simple water closet.
What's up?
I'm assuming that we've closed the door behind us, so Trustman is not like looking at us.
No, Trustman, you do not hear Trustman leave though.
Okay. So then Eureka's gonna be like, I really don't think we should be here. Like all of these names started really like hitting my brain, and now it's like a red wizard of Thay. They used to do these things where they used to like hunt dragons and then like bring them back to life and do really like weird fucked up things. But now it seems that this enclave in particular is trying to like raise Tiamat, and I just don't think we should have come into this cabin at all. And Eureka is also now looking at the door, like freaking out whether or not like Trespin can hear. But Eureka is like looking up and down from her notes in trying to explain this to Sylvia.
You're so smart. How you keep track of all this stuff? That's crazy. But we don't really have a choice. I don't know. Like, it's cold out there, and I don't know, maybe this guy can like tell us where Rezmir went or something. Or maybe we can just, take his cabin.
I don't know if we can. I mean, I guess we could. That guy has 4 arms. I didn't realize it, but he has 4 arms. Did you see?
I did. I think he's a baker though.
Okay. And at that, we will smash cut to downstairs. What are you folks doing? Nex, Kyrell, and Cup?
I think Nex is definitely not taking any sips of her tea, but is just sort of like politely holding it. And I think we'll sort of ask like who this leadership is that's so set on resurrecting Tiamat besides our friend Rezmir.
Vara puts his cup down and a saucer and regards you. Says, well, you've met Rezmir, the tenant, commander of the armies of the dragon. But I don't believe you have had the displeasure of meeting Brastos yet. He is current leader of the cult. We've known him for a very long time. Came all the way to Thay, Faerun, in order to our dark magics. When he told me of his plans, this new direction he wanted to take the cult of the dragon, freeing Tiamat, I was certainly skeptical at first. However, he did offer me a higher position among his inner circle than I currently was holding in Thay, so I went for personal gain. I've enjoyed my position so far, but we have some ideological agreements. And frankly, I would like to hear all.
I have a question, Sam.
Yes?
Would Cup recognize the name Brastos?
Would recognize Brastos.
Okay. I think Cup, hearing the name, like just freezes and looks at him and then asks, have you know Brastos?
Yes. He was formerly a acolyte of Bahamut, Platinum Dragon. He seemed to lose his faith at some point or whatever. Came from Faerun. He came all the way to Thay to learn our dark magic. Take the cult of the dragon in a new direction. Does not often speak of his past, but for one so devoted to suddenly lose their faith, compelling.
I think Cup is gonna say anything to him, but is gonna like try and make eye contact with Kyrell and like with crazy eyes, like subtly, but
Subtle
not
crazy
really
eyes.
subtle.
Telepathically.
Tyrell kind of sees this and is like, they cross their arms and you seem to be telling us quite a bit, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. What's your game plan? What do you want with us?
Like you've gotten straight to the point. Well, see the fortress out there? I want you to destroy it. And in return, I offer you my services as Master of Teleport. Take you the Blue Dragon Mask.
You want us to destroy a fortress? How much have you heard about us?
Resmir has complained quite often about your party, in fact.
Really flattering, actually. Thank you.
I quite enjoyed and reveled in Resmir's fights, the thorn you've tried since Daggerford.
That seems like a pretty big fortress in the sky for just a party of a few to try to destroy an entire fortress.
Oh, you can see that it's flying. Or there's some way to make it stop flying.
How many people are up there right now?
I wish I knew. Really, Resmir fairly stocked, mostly with ruffians who are every bidding. Don't find them particularly intelligent creatures, though. Skyreach Fortress, in fact, a artifact, an ancient empire of mazes. So there are rooms in that fortress that Resmir herself has entered.
And how many dragons are hiding in this fortress?
You're clever, aren't you?
I just stare at him blankly.
There is one, but it is young. They do not yet have the white dragon mask to control it.
So what are they doing with it? Are they keeping it locked up?
I believe there a small village nearby. They've just been feeding it some village there. Young white dragons are simple-minded creatures. Give them some gold in a meal, and they will hang around their horde. But one day that dragon will not be so complacent. It will not be so young, grow, become unmanageable. That's why Brastos has been desperately searching for the white dragon mask.
And you wouldn't happen to know if this Brastos is up there right now?
I believe, in fact, he is aboard Skyreach Fortress. After Resmir came through this portal, she said she was answering a summons to converse with him and Verum, another confidant of his.
And the blue dragon mask. Langdrosa's dead, but the dragon he once rode isn't. Where are they keeping it?
Well, destroy Skyridge Fortress. I'll tell you.
I hate this dude so much.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
Just putting out there for the group.
Seeing as you know so much about their plan, you wouldn't happen to know where they're hiding the portal key that they are trying to open the other realm to?
You see, like, a small smile. Russian. That, I think, you have to for yourself. You'll find your answer, Skyreach.
And what happens to you once we destroy the people who've been funding your cushy lifestyle?
Oh, I've been off the top every once in a while. I've made myself quite comfortable, safe house in water. I will simply teleport myself there. Wait the heroic return of your party.
Can I make an insight check on this guy?
Yeah, sure.
Hoo-hoo. You know what? I'm gonna use my portent and give myself plus a 19.
19. Okay,
I know that this guy is like shady, but I guess I want to get a sense of like just if this sort of like ideological rift that he's talking about is true, and just to get a sense of like how much does this, like, I know we're gonna be kind of fucked over a little bit just going off into a fortress and fighting everyone in it, but like how much is he hiding from us in this moment?
Sure. So with a 19, you kind of glean from his demeanor. He's definitely like an unsettling person. Like, you're kind of the wizard part of you definitely gets a sense that he is affected by dark magic. Of those who practice things like necromancy for so long, it begins to corrupt them. But you also glean a sense of truth and honesty. You sense that his disdain for Brostos is much greater than his commitment to the cult.
Cool. I think I'll glance at my companions and use my telepathy to sort of say that, like, I think that shady as this guy is, we can take him at his word on this.
Well, I don't think we have much choice because we seemingly find ourselves with more questions than answers at this point. And as much as I'd like to destroy this fortress in the sky, I'm sure you can see how Kyrell just like picks up his like cape, which is kind of like singed in some areas. We're rather desperate ourselves at the moment, and we don't have many supplies on us.
I believe I have a solution for you. Well, smash cut back upstairs with Sylvia and Eureka, desperately trying to converse in the tight confines of a bathroom in this small cabin, with Trespin, the four-armed troll, waiting outside.
So anyways, I think his haircut is just really good, but I noticed he like nicked on the back a bit. You think he just used like a healing spell for that?
Yeah, or I don't know. I feel like it could be kind of chic, you know? Like, I think you could make it look really stylish depending, like, where is it? Is it like down his neck or is like where?
It's like on the back, like right where the neck meets like the skull. I don't know. Like, do you think he has to do that every morning?
I think so. It has to be, right?
Do you think I look good like that?
I think you would. I think it would look excellent on you.
That you hear like
Wait,
a knock at the door. And then just Crespin grunting outside.
a minute. So, anyways, you good?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm good.
Alright, and as you guys leave, Crespin just escorts you back down the stairs into the cozy and also disconcerting living room of this cottage. And as you all regroup at the first floor of this cabin, as Bara, looking at you, Kyrell, says, I believe I have a solution to your supply problem. There's a small village just down the mountain here. I'm sure that you'll be able to procure some supplies. But I will warn you, they are most certainly loyal to Cult of the Dragon, since they've taken up residence on this mountainside. And in terms of accessing Skyreach itself, well, there is a stable just outside of the small village, and there are usually a couple of wyverns there. You take, or I suppose steal.
Now, is this the same village that you've been feeding to a white dragon, or is this like their sister city?
Well, the village was already here when the Cult of the Dragon came. Any dissenters were simply absconded to Skyreach. Or fodder. I believe most folks in the town are loyal, or at least pretending they're loyal to the cult at this point, to avoid what awaits at Skyreach.
Absconded. Interesting. Well, yeah, sounds to me like we don't have much choice in the matter. And I'll sort of telepathically, as briefly as I can, fill Sylvia and Eureka in on his proposal for us. I'm just like, get in, losers. We're going fortress destroying.
Did we get a special bag? Like, where's our stuff? Like our what is it called?
We have a bag of holding. I think I have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, do we still? I'm assuming then that means we still have our cloaks and stuff. Do we want to tell this guy that we have the cloaks? I guess. Sorry, this is kind of out of character, but I don't know how else to communicate this.
Oh, to like disguise ourselves?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I guess that's maybe a question. Like, I'll ask him, like, he said that Resmir knows that we're alive. Does she have a way of knowing? Like, did he tell her that we're here? Does she know that we're here?
Oh no, Resmir does not know that you're alive. In fact, said was Resmir was quite certain you would not survive.
Oh, I just can't hear.
No worries. It was right at the beginning.
Yeah, I think maybe we don't have to tell this guy that we have disguises, especially if we maybe want to do some sneaky spying on him later, but might not be a bad idea. So, like, put those on once we get to the village.
I recommend we take a short rest before we go to the village. At the very least.
Yeah, how comfortable do we feel? I guess, like, looking at this guy, would Eureka get a sense of whether or not he would legitimately let us rest, even for a short while?
I mean, he hasn't killed you outright yet, so you can certainly spend an hour in the cabin for short rest. Yeah, so if that's what you guys want to go ahead and take a short rest, character sheet, spend some hit dice, group, where you head your way down the mountainside. At the end of that hour, as Bar will say, the village is down the mountain to the east of here, not far. Crespin comes down the stairs with a couple of cloaks, much heavier furs, and hands one to each of you. Just prevent the frostbite.
Sam,
Yes.
I had like a thing that prevented me from getting healed, I think. Is that done?
Yes, that is done. I believe it
Okay.
lasts for 1 minute.
Thank you.
That would be terrifying, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm trying to do my short rest, and I wasn't sure if I was clicking something wrong on D&D
Oh,
Beyond, or
yeah,
if it
probably
was just like...
the effect was still latched onto you. No, the effect was only for 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah, nasty, nasty sword of Resmir's that did that to you. Alright, so this map is actually pretty big, so once you guys are ready, you can move your tokens around, start heading east, little arrow keys, you can drag and drop your character, whatever you'd like. I will say, as you leave the cabin, you see outside where Joe, the cow, has been waiting. There is a small igloo that wasn't there before that Joe is just standing right next to.
Does Joe seem upset about the igloo?
No, look at her. She seems quite proud.
Did Joe make the igloo?
You don't know?
Joe!
Moo.
I'm gonna look in the igloo.
There's nothing inside the igloo.
Oh my gosh! You've been practicing! Good job, Joe. We'll leave this. He doesn't deserve it, but it's okay.
Go ahead and change up the music a little bit as well. And a little more snowier, a little more Nordic. Alright, you all make your way to this very small village, snowy mountaintop. As you enter this village, you only see like a handful of people walking about. One person regards you as you walk past and prays Tiamat. Slight nod and looks at Sylvia expectingly for a reply.
Praise Tiamat.
Nods and begins kind of carrying some firewood back to this kind of central village fire.
That was weird.
In this small village, you see there are 3 buildings. One looks like more of a supply store, like general store. The other is a tavern, and the final building seems to be like living quarters. You do not, however, at this point see stables, where, as Bara mentioned, wyverns. Oh, as you enter this small village, what would you like to do?
We should get supplies first and then find somewhere to rest for the night and regroup.
I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, what's the time of day right now?
It is sunset.
Might be able to get some information in the tavern too, this fortress.
So are you all staying together? Are you splitting up?
I think Sylvia will probably just go straight to the tavern. But she agrees that supplies would be good. Some kind of healing potions or something.
Yeah, I think Nex would go for supplies, maybe hoping to, healing potions, maybe some spell components, stuff like that.
Sure. So who's going
Or else
shopping?
gonna head to the-
Who's going drinking?
Shopping, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna join shopping group.
Shopping is round building. There's no, I don't have an interior map, so we're just gonna have to use our imaginations.
And I'm sorry, there's the shopping, there's a tavern, and then what's the third building?
It just looks like living quarters.
Okay. Do we think we'll need to be any kind of charismatic during anything? I think probably better versed for the tavern, but I don't know if someone feels particularly compelling.
So where are you going, Eureka?
Oh, I'm going to a tavern.
Alright. Cool. So we will begin in the shop with Nex, Hup, and Kyrell. You kind of enter, and it's very, very basic supplies here. You see there's like a couple pairs of skis and like boots. There's rope, grappling hooks, climbing equipment, things for like rugged mountain life, like Dollar Tree REI. And there is just like a gruff, like bearded dwarf who is standing behind the counter. And as you enter, he says, "Praise Tiamat."
Praise Tiamat. We are looking for supplies.
Well,
Any potions of healing?
potions of healing. We don't have much in the way of magic here, and he just kind of like rifles under the counter, picks up like one dusty bottle. It's small, and he just places it on. It's full stock till next month.
Hmm.
Cost you about
And-
50 gold for this.
We'll take it along with 2 grappling hooks and some rope there.
Alright. I need about 50 gold pieces and just 2 silver for the rope and grappling hooks.
Kyrell. Oh, go ahead.
You don't happen to have any arrows or any arrows that could take down like large deer or something?
Oh, we have plenty of those, and kind of points to the corner, and there's like some hunting equipment. You kind of gather from their selection that the handful of people that live in this village primarily get their food through hunting. So there's like arrows, daggers, things for hunting. So you can definitely replenish all your arrows and everything like that. Nothing magical, but sturdy, well made.
Does there happen to be a crossbow amongst this weaponry?
Yes, I believe it would be a crossbow. Crossbows cost... A light crossbow will cost 25 gold.
I will take it along with a pack of ammo.
Alright.
Any bullets by any chance?
Bullets! What are those?
Ugh, never mind. I'll just pay for this now.
As Cup and I are rummaging through, I'm like, next time we're back in the city, we're going back to that Temple of Gond, and Kyrell and I will make you some goddamn bullets.
Alright, anything else in this small general store?
Do I see anything useful for fighting like wizards or dragons? I don't think there would be, but
I mean, there's
Just
not really a
checking.
lot of special equipment here. Just your
Mhm.
basics, things needed for survival and mountain life. Some arms because cultists generally carry like scimitars and whatnot. But not too much special items here in this little mountain town.
were there any like traps, like bear traps kind of stuff?
Oh yeah, there's bear traps.
I think I might
Hunting
buy.
traps.
I might get some hunting traps. Like
Okay,
just
sure.
2. I'll get 2.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably like 3 silver. Like, it's not expensive.
Cool.
Does he have any vials of poison?
He furrows his brows just a little bit and looks at you concerning. Oh? I mean, if you're looking for something poisonous, I'm sure, the mountain provides. Go out into the wilds and find something. That's free reign.
Okay. Well, I'll just pay for my goods then.
That we will smash cut to Eureka and Sylvia. As you guys enter this small tavern, there is a circular fire pit in the center of this single room. It has a big cast iron pot with stew that seems to be brewing, and it smells pretty good in here. There is a bar with 3 or 4 stools around it. A human seems to be tending the bar. There's really only 2 other patrons in here. 2 half orcs that seem to be having a discussion at a nearby table.
Do the half orcs like look like? Are they kind of like normal villagers? Anything
Yeah,
special about them?
you take a look at them, and one of them sees you walk in and goes, "Praise Tiamat."
Praise Tiamat. How's your
And
day?
all right, just reminiscent about how quiet it is here.
Mhm. Would another round make it better?
Certainly got my ear. The other works,
Oh.
or the other half works. She just kind of leans back and goes, "Pull up a chair." The most interesting
Alright.
thing that's walked into this town in a while.
Oh, it's fun to call the thing. And then she'll just like sit down, and there's another chair for Eureka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then like, I don't know, look over expectantly at the bartender.
The bartender is already preparing drinks and brings you a couple of pints of mead. It's sweet honey flavored.
Seemed like it's good quality, like decent.
It's not half bad.
She'll sip it delicately and have this like disgusted look on her face, like that holding it back, right? I think I just kind of like set it down. So, tell me about this place. We're new.
What you see is what you get here. I mean, small outpost serving the call to the dragon.
How do you serve them?
Also just carrying boxes and stuff down to the stables. Whereas me and her lackeys will take them wyverns down there. Very goods to Skyreach. All the bigwigs are anyway.
Do you ever go in Skyreach?
Oh no, I don't fly any of those crazy wyverns. They're not the easiest. I feel like I'd lose a hand if I tried. And the other half orc, she kind of laughs at that. Goes, yeah, knowing you, you'd probably lose both your hands.
So Sylvia is just going to look back down at her cup to try to like figure out what she wants to figure out. What about that cabin that was just up the hill? What do you know about that guy?
One orc, she kind of leans in on her elbows. Oh, you mean that creepy old wizard guy? Yeah, he's so fucking weird, man. Some witchcraft going on up there. Not a huge fan, honestly.
Did he show
Yeah.
up?
Sorry?
When did he show up?
Oh, yeah. The 2 or so years ago. He's been sticking around. Really keeps himself up there. A creepy four-armed troll. Ugh. Give me the heebie-jeebies.
Sylvia looks to the other one. I'm sorry, I think I interrupted you. What were you about to say?
Oh, you know, just kind of wish this place was a little bit more lively, you know. I miss Milo. Other half-orc, she goes, "Shut up, that guy is such a traitor. He deserved every ounce of what he was getting."
He get.
The other half-orc pays no, like, regard to his companion. It's like, I don't know, one night they just came in and, seen him since. Bet he's up in that Skyreach. Real shame, he was a good hunter.
What do you do? Spill the tea.
But he lived here all his life. So, Cult came in, wasn't too happy about them being here. And the other half-orc goes, yeah, him and a couple other fools, they tried to fight back, but obviously they lost. Praise Tiamat. The other half-orc kind of raises his... Yeah. Praise team, Matt.
Sylvia will just like sip her drink and look over to Eureka in case she wanted to say anything.
How long have there's two people that we see?
Yeah, 2 people and a bartender. 2 half-orcs, 1 human bartender.
So Eureka's gonna gesture to the bartender and like, how long have you lived here? I can't imagine like living here at all.
My whole life, you see. I don't know, I like the mountain life. It's quiet.
Eureka nods. Every town needs a bartender, huh?
She winks.
And so Eureka's kind of like looks down at her notes and looks up at the bartender. What's the best drink you got here? Maybe to this region.
Oh, we brew our mead in-house. We're already drinking it.
How do you make it? How do you go about it?
I don't know how one makes mead. But this tavern owner comes to your table and details you the exact precise method of making.
Any particular perks I can get from learning a recipe of drinking or something? Since I'm a cook.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, your subclass for being a artificer, you picked like a cook. Interesting. Yeah, you guys have been friendly enough. She will give you the recipe to the mead.
Wonderful. Love that. We'll add it to my tinctures, my list of tinctures that I have.
Yeah, and at kind of the end of your conversation it goes, well, if you care to spend a few nights, or I don't know what your business is with the cult, there's just some sleeping quarters down there. We usually keep a couple of bunks open.
Who should we give payment to?
Well, you pay for your drinks here, but there's no payment to stay. Praise team, Matt, and all.
Praise team at Eureka nods her head. Still not really understanding this greeting, but is nodding her head.
Alright, is there anything anyone else would like to do in this little village?
Did we decide if we were gonna do a long rest here before we moved on? Or what was our plan? I wouldn't say no to a long rest.
Yeah, I think as much as Nex is disgusted at the thought of sleeping in this village full of dragon cult, probably murderers, it feels like our only option after getting our asses kicked.
Yeah. Alright, so definitely you guys can take a long rest in the small mountain town full of cultists.
Did Joe make another igloo? Is there another one?
In fact, as you walk outside, you see Joe is standing next to a perfectly formed snowman, and Opal, Tyrell's pet snake, is coiled on top of the snowman like a hat.
What? Can I like make an Arcana check on this?
Yeah, sure.
The Cup's mind is
feel like...
a little freaked out, but she's like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I think like Nex wants to be enchanted by this so bad, but the like vibes here are so completely rancid that it's just disturbing. Okay, that's 17.
I mean, it's just a little bit perplexing.
Okay, since we're about to go to bed, can I cast? I want to cast my once a day detect thoughts on this snowman,
On the snowman?
just in case it's sentient. I mean, okay, detect thoughts has a range of, let's see, within 30 feet.
Yeah. Okay, you hear nothing from...
Okay. Dex is just like, I've hit a new low, I need to go to bed.
Tyrell's just cooing at like Opal and is like giving her scritches underneath her chin.
Yeah, and she just kind of nuzzles into it, and then slithers like around your neck where the collar of your shirt is a little bit warmer.
Well, I think we should all get some rest.
Heard that.
Before we go to bed, I think Cup is gonna like include Eureka too and talk about what she knows about Brastos and like the lore. And also tell Eureka about Brastos, like, hey, Brastos is here.
And would the name Brastos be familiar to Eureka similarly as it was to the Red Wizards of Thane?
Yeah, so Brastos, to just kind of refresh everybody's memory, was a character who never made an appearance but was mentioned a couple times in the last campaign, Stormwreck Isle campaign, where in his kind of backstory was that he was an acolyte of Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon, on Stormwreck Isle. His wife was lost at sea. They never recovered her, but your characters in the previous campaign did encounter a cursed pirate ship with a bunch of zombies, so there can be some implied there. And Brastos, not having known what happened to his wife, left the island in anger and had some Tiamat paraphernalia like in his old tower.
I think Cup will also bring up the fact that they had met a dragon lich, I think it was. Was it? Sharuth, I think?
Yeah, Sharuth
That was in the mirror.
Yes, she was the Dracolich that existed beneath Stormwreck Isle, was entombed there. The big bad of that campaign was trying to create a ritual to summon that dragon, that Dracolich, but the heroes of that campaign were Up and Eureka, and a few other characters that are not in this campaign. They stopped that ritual.
I'd like to think that Eureka and Cup, upon this realization of like, it's all coming together, it feels like that, the meme where like it's just it's all coming together, and she'd like to think that she and Cup would have like a little like something or the other, like this recognition kind of is like enlightening, but it also makes them a little nostalgic for the olden times, the simpler times. And then they also, Eureka starts shuffling through her notebook. She's like, Blep, have you heard from Blep?
Send rocks to Blep as often as I can so that he can grow his collection.
That's very, very good. Do you Is he still talking to Charuth in that mirror?
I really hope so, because I feel like if anyone can reform the Dragon Lich, it'd be Blep. He's gonna become the best kobold therapist ever.
Yeah.
I do miss Blep. So Eureka's gonna like kind of look at Cup and kind of peel away to get ready for bed, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, so go ahead, take a long rest, and whenever you guys are ready, go ahead, start moving your tokens. The stables you heard are west of here.
Okay, before we go anywhere, I want to remember to do this. There is a thing that I got last time because we leveled up, where I can make a spell refueling ring, and we get to charge it after every long rest. But I haven't made it for anybody yet. I don't know who would want it. I don't know if it makes more sense for the druid person to have it or for like yeah, Sylvia, I don't know the magic part that you have. I'm assuming it's warlock.
Bit of a lock.
Okay. Barlock. Okay. Who wants a ring, I guess, right now? I can find what it does. Give me a second. Like, I'm not sure of anyone's spell breakdown, but it seems like this would be useful for other people. So I just wanted to make sure that I offered it.
I have a feature that lets me do something similar already, so if anyone else wants it, go for it.
Good. Use it on Sylvia. It'd be pretty useful.
Alrighty, Rue, I will definitely do that. And then I would also like to think that Eureka, I guess before Eureka tried to sneak off, she was like thinking about that mead recipe and was trying to figure out if she could rush to make it. Mm-hmm. And so the next day she'll have like 3 little vials of it to share with the group.
Okay, and what do those vials do?
Creature can use a bonus action to eat one of these treats to gain 3 temporary hit points. So I'll have my little vials of a trial mead. But what 3 people want 3 temporary hit points?
I'll take one, sure.
Okay, 1 to Nex.
I have a lot of hit points, so I'll let other people who are squishy take those.
Okay, I can take one. I'm squishy.
Okay, 1 to Jess. Sorry, 1 to Sylvia. And then Kyrell, do you want it?
Sure, unless you want to keep it for yourself. Because it might be more helpful for you right now.
How... I guess with the potion that you guys picked up, I'm sorry, did we say how much it healed? Or do we know anything about that random potion that you guys picked up? Is it like a standard healing potion? Like,
Yeah, it's a common.
okay. Yeah, I'll keep this one then. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Right. And in the middle of the night, Eureka, you kind of toss and turn a bit. Paul, artifact, go from the Black Dragon's horde. Seems to call to you somewhat. is a crown, a long obsidian shard in the center that is cracked, has veins of silver and gold. It is a magical item. Is it something you are interested in attuning to?
Do I have to attune to it to know what it does?
Yes.
Yes. Then absolutely, because that sounds so fun.
Great! Yeah. So I'll send you the link to that, but you take this crown and you put it on your head, and you feel like energy and magic pulsing within you. This is the Shard of Zuian, and it has some great boons. So you have empowered magic, so this gives you a +1 bonus to your spell attack rolls. You have enhanced strength. Your strength score increases by 4. But then you also feel this dark malevolence from the crown. It's hella cursed. So whenever you roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you'll also roll on the Shard Misfortunes table to determine which misfortune befalls you. So I'm gonna go ahead and send that to you, but you should be able to add it to. Yeah, you also something kind of crazy from the Horde of the Black Dragon before you jumped through the portal. Alright. And with that, the rest of you wake up. You notice Eureka's looking a little bit more like toned. Like she's been doing some push-ups.
Does she still have the crown on?
Yeah.
Nice. Accessorized in the night.
Wow, Eureka, you're looking so buff and misfortunate today. What happened?
Thank you. I also feel a little evil, but I don't know where that came from.
Probably normal after a sleepover in a cult town.
Your eyes seem a little dark. Did you get enough rest? Or eyeshadow or something? What's going on there? Oh, I just didn't take off my makeup last night. It's definitely that.
I have some micellar water if you need it.
I would definitely appreciate it. So Eureka's definitely gonna try to rub off the darkening of her eyes, not understanding what Kyrell meant.
Well, I think we should go, as much as I hate it, I think we should go back to the creepy red wizard and see if, seeing as he wants us to destroy the fortress, see if he can get us any more potions of healing, because I'd rather not only have one on us when we enter that fortress.
I think that makes sense. Did you guys try his tea when you were up there?
Absolutely not.
I think I could make some tea this time.
That sounds lovely.
Do you think just because they mentioned that Resmir and her gang use the wyvern, do you think is there any need for me to maybe wild shape and do some recon while you guys are at his house, or is it probably fine?
Well, I will do a little DM shortcut for you at this point. you can make your way back to the cabin. It's not far, but as you open the door, the entire cabin is empty. Asbara is not there, nor is Trespin the four-armed troll, and pretty much all of the belongings, and some of the furniture, actually, that was in the house, is now gone. And it seems this master of teleportation has already skedaddled.
Is the igloo still there?
The igloo is still there.
Kyrell just like his eye twitches and then it's like, for fuck's sake! Just one thing, if it could go right. During this entire time, we've gone through swamps. We've gone through everything else at this point.
Alrighty. Yeah, so, what would you guys like to do? There are some wyvern stables to the west. Feel free to move your tokens about. Sorry about Asbara just vanishing, but he is a master of teleportation who's effectively committing treason, so he was not going to stick around too long.
Well, I guess off to the wyverns we go now.
Right. As you all approach the stable, and you see three wyverns. Two of them are chewing on some kind of carcass. You're not quite sure what, because they've eaten of it at this point. One of them is just hanging out, drinking some water, and they pay you very little mind as you approach. You see that they're already kind of fitted with some harnesses.
I think Cup will go to the one that's, or approach the one that's drinking water. See how, like, sensitive it is to people getting close to it, if it doesn't care.
Sure. Make an animal handling check, please.
Something I'm good at. Okay. Oh, but I rolled so badly. 7.
7. You approach the wyvern from behind while it's drinking water. It hears you and it is startled by you. And
Yay.
yeah, it's going to try to bite you.
Ugh.
14?
14 is my armor class. I'll take it.
Okay. It's not a full-on bite, but it is just a bit of a nip. Take 3 points of piercing damage as it bites out at you. And kind of like, it like tears the sleeve off of your shirt.
Okay. Cup's gonna be like, okay, shit. I don't know how to deal with flying things, and it's just gonna cast animal friendship on it.
Friendship.
It has to have an intelligence of 4 or lower than 4.
Lower than 4? Unfortunately,
No!
they have an intelligence of 5.
Why can't they be stupid? Alright, well then it just fails.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Cup is gonna try again. Just like make really soothing sounds. It's like, it's okay. We're just
He is gonna give inspiration.
Okay.
we're just gonna fly.
Sure. So roll an animal handling check. Add your inspiration. but I will say the DC is slightly higher.
Okay. What's it's a D4 or
A D8.
D8? Ooh.
Can I give
Okay.
a help action too?
Sure, how would you like to help?
I think I'll burn a first level spell slot to cast Speak with Animals and just be.
This is actually, I don't know if Speak with Animals actually works on wyverns because they are technically dragons.
Oh.
Yeah.
Roll it this time.
Would the Wyverns for some reason know Infernal?
No.
Damn.
Would they know Draconic?
They actually don't speak any languages. There's just 2 dashes next to languages on there. I'm sorry. I'm just the messenger here for the character sheet, okay?
They're so peaceful. They're like, don't speak to me. Don't look at me. I can hear you breathe in my direction. Just leave me alone.
Speak to them in Draconic anyways.
Okay, you can have
I'm
advantage
convinced
for
that'll work.
speaking in Draconic.
Okay.
Well, you're getting advantage anyway from the help action. And Nex, how are you helping?
Yeah, instead I'll use Unseen Servant and have it like pick up like a piece of meat from whatever this carcass is and kind of like, you know, dangle it in front of it with a like, here boy, good boy, that's it.
Alright. Go ahead and roll that animal handling check up with your inspiration and advantage.
It's a 20.
Oh yeah, that definitely works. The moment they like see the food, they're like, ooh, like the other 2 even come over and they like are trying to like vie for the food, and the one that bit you earlier just kind of like looks at you and looks at your arm and then just like sits down, like, you know, like when a dog eats out of the trash can. Catch him.
I'm gonna like, what is it like in the Jurassic movies when he's like taming the raptors?
Yeah.
So Cup's like trying to make herself look like shh, it's okay, I got you. And it's just like, all right, guys, I did it. It was all me.
Alright, so the wyverns can carry 2 medium-sized creatures per wyvern. I won't count your animal companions. Joe will be carried.
I was gonna say, is Joe gonna get carried like a piece of meat
God.
on the claws of the wyvern?
Yes. That is exactly what is going to happen.
Oh God.
Joe has some armor on, so the claws won't hurt Joe.
Joe's seen worse. Joe's tough.
Okay, as you guys kind of mount these wyverns, you look ahead and over the cliff's edge of this mountain. You get a little bit of vertigo looking over the edge, but once you are strapped into the wyverns, they spread their wings and then fly, diving over the edge. Feel this exhilarating rush, cold winter air blowing in your face as they approach and fly toward Skyreach Fortress. One question that I will ask: there are several entrances to this fortress accessible to your wyvern. Are you entering from the east or west?
I genuinely can't remember if the guy told us if there's a certain way we should enter.
He did not. I'm just asking so I know where to put you on the map.
Okay. Can I make a perception check as we're flying to see what looks good?
Yeah, sure.
Rollies?
Yeah.
Just pick a
like-
random die.
Yeah.
Just like one balcony of a sign that's like Resmir's balcony. Keep off.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, perception, I got an 18.
18? Okay. You see there are like a couple of small entrances to the fortress that seem accessible to your wyverns. There is like on this side of the fortress there is one larger entrance. Probably 20 feet wide. All the others are a little bit more narrow.
I kind of feel like something like would the narrow ones be more inconspicuous or crazier that we're landing a wyvern on them?
I mean, if we have our disguises on, like, at least there's something there, but the bigger entrance might also be for the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
We go small entrance then? So we stay out of the way for now, kind of.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Alright. I could just go ahead and put you guys on either the east or west side. It's kind of an arbitrary choice, so feel free to just pick one. Shout one out.
Let's go east. East Coast,
Yep.
East Coast.
Alright. Okay. I'll get that all set up. I'm gonna go ahead and take like a break so I can get a couple of things set up. Back, guys having arrived at Skyreach Fortress, hot on the heels of Resmir, wearer of the Black Dragon map, with a new sketchy ally, question mark, who wants you to crash this castle into the mountainside.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Good.
we return our adventure here. On the backs of wyvern, through the cold winter air, you fly up Skyreach Fortress. You enter through a small tunnel-like entrance, and the wyverns stop expectingly as you depart, and they do take off. They don't stay with you. The area here is just a bit too small for them. So, this fortress is entirely encased in ice. It is bitter cold. The floor has... It looks like there was once stone underneath, but has now been frosted over, and this frost extends to the walls around you. As you enter, immediately you see kind of a several narrow passageways, and just to the south of you, you see a large ballista and a ogre who seems to be manning that. The ogre has not noticed you. So, adventurers, what would you like to do?
Make a fucking stealth check.
Ooh, if we're gonna be stealthy, I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Sure, we do a group stealth check. I see 22 stealth checks for everyone, please.
A3.
Okay.
I have terrible stealth, so
Oh fuck. Sorry, I got a nat 1 and was debating whether or not to use one of my portent rolls, and then I remembered that I have inspiration, and I got a nat 20.
Wow,
Nice.
so with that, you have a dirty 30.
thank.
I think Sylvia got like a 32 with the the pass
Yeah, my
without a
stealth is
trace.
+2.
Yeah, so oh yeah, 32. You guys basically vanish, you know.
It got
Yeah.
a 20, dirty 20.
Awesome. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, you guys are practically invisible here.
I just have socks on, so I'm like sliding silently across the ice.
Just holding your shoes. So with a successful stealth check, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go? Feel free to move your tokens about Skyreach Fort.
I feel like we should probably, since we're all stealthy, can we like peek around some corners, and if there isn't anyone else within earshot, we ambush this ogre?
I like that idea.
I mean, if the ogre doesn't notice us either, there might be more up ahead that, or around the castle too. So we might want to save our strengths and spells too.
That's true.
Did we actually have to kill everything? Was that part of the deal?
I mean, if the castle goes down, it's pretty much gonna kill everything in it. So...
The instructions were to destroy Skyreach Fortress. You can interpret that however you like.
We could sneak by it, but then it would just be behind us, so I like the idea of just taking it out quick.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing? Trying to sneak around more? Trying to surprise the ogre? Entirely
up to you. I mean, it's fair to assume that the ogre is blocking something good, but I think we should. I agree that maybe we should peer around and see if any other place looks important to take this whole place down.
Yeah, feel free to move your tokens, honestly. I have all of the token visions set up, so.
Sweet. Oh, there's another ballista up ahead too.
I'm gonna go around the corner away from them. Watch there be another one over here.
Yeah, it's not just a ballista. There's a ogre in the northern quadrant too.
This one just seems like a path with portraits, so we might be able to go down this one, but obviously maybe perception check on the portraits when you're around it.
And the floor.
Yeah, so
That's... Oh, go ahead, Sam.
yeah, so perception check, what did you roll?
That will be a 24.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then Eureka investigation check for traps. Oh, I'm sorry, not Eureka.
Okay, I think it was me.
Yeah,
mentioned it,
Sylvia.
But Cup might be there. My investigation sucks. Is yours okay, Cup?
I think mine's pretty good. Let me double check though. No, it's a +1. So,
Good.
okay.
+2.
Mine was a +6. Do you want me to walk down and roll it again?
That is 16, I think.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so with the 24 perception check from Tyrell, 16 investigation check, Sylvia, you don't detect any traps. Tyrell, you take a close look at the portraits, and they are more like scenescapes, really. And you don't notice anything trapped about them, but you do notice that they seem a little off, and kind of go up, touch one briefly in your hand, just passes a little bit.
Oh, that's strange.
And the
Cup.
portrait you're standing in front of, it is a painting of a puke swamp.
Whoa. Are these like doorways? Magic doorways?
Could we bring one with us is the question. We should just stick our head through one.
Yeah, I think Cup's gonna take like something. Cup's gonna take the little cow carving that we got from the toy maker.
I love that that's coming into play.
Cup's gonna give it a little kiss and is gonna toss it at one of the paintings.
Which painting?
I'll go for the one that kind of looks like where we were with the castle.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Painting of the swamp. You toss it through, and it just vanishes.
Well, maybe we can get out through here. This might be our way out after we sabotage this place.
I mean, we don't know for sure if it's something that leads there as well.
True.
Or if we can come back.
I can, we don't know if we can come back. I was going to suggest that I let Gizmo peek through, but I guess it's fair because we don't know if he can come back.
You maybe put it on a rope? Like use some rope, like tie to one end, like just like yeet it through the painting.
Like, did anybody here watch Delicious in Dungeon?
Yes.
It feels like that.
I know.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, yeah.
Next is like, guys, wait, do you remember that stage play, Delicious Almond, that we all
Oh,
don't
right.
do it?
This is just like that time.
Waterdeep production company.
We'll keep this as maybe a secondary
Servant go
option.
through. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Can unseen servant go through portals and come back? Or like, would you know if it gets dismissed? I guess like if it died when it went through.
Oh, is that a question for me?
Yes, because I don't think I sense if something happens to Gizmo. I don't know if he's just like if he dies. I don't think I know.
That's a good question. It's not a concentration spell. Yeah, like there are conditions under which the spell ends. Like the Unseen Servant has like an AC and hit points and like stats. And if it moves more than 60 feet away from me, the spell ends. But I don't know. I guess that's maybe more a question for the DM, whether I'd be able to know, even if it's not concentration.
This is a good question. I'll allow it.
Very benevolent. Yeah, I'll if there would be time for me to ritual cast it. Cool. Yeah, I guess while everyone's inspecting the paintings, I'll do my little ritual.
There are several other paintings in this room if you'd like to inspect them.
Sure.
You can see if any of the other paintings look familiar.
Sure. Yeah. Go into here. Kind of staying out of the hallways. So, the painting in front of you is of a lush green forest.
Hmm.
It almost
That's very
feels like
pretty.
a place you would love to go hunting.
Ooh. Does it look like anything I might have seen before, or just like a forest?
Like a forest. Eureka. The painting in front of you is of a vast sea with glaciers floating in the sea, sheets of ice along the surface.
Based on my extensive note-taking, would I recognize this place in particular?
Probably where you've ever been before. I mean, there are cold places in the world. You're not familiar with this frozen sea. And next, the final painting in front of you. You often dream of. Tell me next, what are your dreams? What do they look like when you're out the Feywild?
Ooh, that's a fun question. I think oftentimes it's probably like along a path, maybe sort of like on the kind of like precipice of two sort of different landscapes, like sort of like a deep but very magical wood on one side and sort of like craggy, foreboding mountains on the other.
Yeah. See that depicted almost exactly in the painting. The longer you look at it, more unsettled. You almost get the feeling of being watched.
Oh, I hate that. Can
We
I?
should keep moving.
Yeah, and at this point, your unseen servant ritual cast would be complete. So if you'd like to send it through one of the portals, just to see what happens.
Yeah, I think I'll take the rope out of my pack and send the tied around the sort of elemental's waist and send it into the one in front of me.
Through the Feywild one or through the swamp fire?
I guess I'll look to my party. If anyone has strong feelings otherwise, I'm happy to acquiesce. But there's something about this painting that's gnawing at me. I think Nex has a kind of curiosity about it.
Eureka looks back at her painting and says, I don't want to go here. I don't even think there's solid ground here.
Alright, so your unseen servant moves through the portrait of the Feywild. So it really just like looks like a lasso that's floating, and it just goes through, and you're still able to like hold on and tug the rope as it goes through the portal. You don't sense any like loss of connection with your unseen servant, which tells you actually, because there's a range on that cast, that it did not in fact go very far.
Do I see it? Like does the unseen, or like the rope, I guess, like appear in the painting, or does it, like, am I not able to see it once it goes through?
You're not able to see beyond where the painting stops. So like you have
Okay.
a rope, but it just kind of like goes into the painting and you can't see anything else.
Okay, so just to make sure I'm understanding to make sure I'm picking up what you're putting down, my brain is slow. It, like, that means it is still physically within 60 feet of me.
Fairly close, yeah. Probably at the edge of your range by now.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of look over at everyone else, and kind of just be like, is anyone else really curious to see what's on the other side of this?
So the thing is, if we can't come back, then we lose the opportunity for this man, what's his name? Aspar, from giving us his teleportation abilities.
It's gotta be somewhere within the castle, though.
Right?
If, like, it can't be too far if this thing is still within 60 feet. But I did have this ominous feeling like something's watching, but I'm having a hard time resisting my curiosity.
Should we... okay, so Eureka's going to let others ponder that, and she's going to walk a little bit further down the hallway to check and see what else is down this way.
Yeah, Carol's gonna move on. He's kind of getting the painting is kind of like a curiosity, like a curiosity, but at the same time it's like, I'm a bit hesitant to start jumping through paintings, but if y'all want to do it, I won't stop you.
Is curious, but I think she will just stay, mostly because she wants to see what happens to the people that fall through.
I think Cup's looking at the swamp one, who's really contemplating. Kind of like putting her hand out, almost touching it, and then pulling back. Kind of like really fighting the urge.
Do it, Cup. Sylvia's just kind of like leaning against the side. Do it.
Oh, I love bad influences. Cup's gonna stick her hand in the painting.
I mean, your hand goes through,
Okay.
and then you feel this like arcane hug on your arm.
Mm.
You all see Cup just pulled into the painting.
Fuck. I dive in after her.
All right.
I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah, Cup and next.
Oh gosh.
You're all so far on the map. I'm trying to get you all. Yeah, the two of Cup, you are pulled into this very cold room, a pretty large room. Around you, there are these like purple and blue crystals that are growing out of the wall.
Is my toy cow here? Did I toss through?
Yes.
Nice. I'm gonna pick that up. And then I'm just gonna look at Nex and be like, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't be sorry. I was about to do the same thing.
You hear "Ooh," and Joe comes through the paint.
Aw.
Joe, is there a portrait from where we came from, or is there just like a wall?
Nah, there's just a wall.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, at least
while
we
you
have
guys-
Joe.
While you guys are in there, Eureka, Kyrell, and Sylvia, what are you doing?
Sylvia's watching TV.
Yeah.
Literally.
God.
I'm gonna hang out here for a bit until like somebody seems like they need me, just to kind of like, float.
Eureka's gonna hear them slip through the painting. I like hear, assumingly heard Nex say like "fuck" under her breath, and it's like, God damn it, and looks back at Kyrell like, I don't know where. She just sighs.
Actually, can I
Hear
reach out
anything?
Giving a thumbs
Like-
up.
immediately when we're in the room? I'm gonna try to like tell if I can reach out to Sylvia with my telepathy. I don't know if it will still work. That has a range of 60 feet, but I'll just sort of say like, "Hey, we're okay. If you can hear me, chuck something random through the painting."
You don't need to be able. There's no visual component to this telepathy.
I don't think so. But
Okay. Yeah.
That-
Then, Sylvia, you hear Nex's voice in your head.
Okay. She's.
oh,
gonna-
just kidding. There is. Yeah, I do have to see them. JK.
Oh, well. Sylvia, you look at the painting.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, Can Sylvia see them like in the painting? Like, are they actually in there at all?
No, don't see them at all.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
okay.
it's just a landscape now. They're gone.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of zip over here with Kyrell and Eureka then, and just kind of fill them in, I guess.
It's taking everything in Eureka's small body to not roll her eyes, because she feels like with this party, she really can't handle it. But she also gestures to Sylvia and is like, I think there's still ogres down these ways as well, so I think the paintings are the only other ways for us to travel around.
Can we sneak by the ogres, do you think?
I mean, if
There's a
we just
corner
go
around
down.
that way, but I don't know if there's like a visual, like how much does he see of us, or do we have to like enter the room for the ogre to see us? But I would like to go down that hallway as well.
All right,
What's
we fully split the party, so we'll do a little smash cut to the three of you, Eureka, Sylvia, and Kyrell, and then come back to Up, Joe, and Nex. I don't know why I wasn't anticipating this, but here we are. Oh yeah, because you're off the edge of the map.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's the other entrance. Hold on, I
Still
got
lost
you.
my token.
I got you. I can see your token, don't worry. You jump off of this fortress, actually. You just say, I'm out of here.
Have to make it for
Like,
the
nope.
freaking divers.
We're just gonna go free falling.
Just, you know.
Free fall.
I just wanted to see what's around these corners.
Sure.
If I go here, does the ogre notice me?
Yeah,
Or
the
seem to
ogre.
be-
The ogre
Oh.
would definitely see you enter the room, but
Oh.
you are dressed in cultist garb. So, kind of like as you enter, the ogre kind of lazily look at you.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep walking.
What
And
you
then I'm just gonna go
doing?
down this corner. Expecting.
Oi, what are you doing? Hey,
Expecting. Hi.
inspecting.
Yeah,
What are you inspecting?
the fortress. You doing?
In the ballista, of course. They're gonna come
Doing a good
in
job.
real handy when we get to Waterdeep.
Are we almost there?
No, but the castle should be real soon.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Well, what moves the castle? I forgot. You ever forget things?
Oh, all the time. I don't know,
You know, right?
magic or whatever. I just shoot the arrows.
Do you like it?
Can be fun.
Oh, cool. I like inspecting. I'm gonna go do that some more.
Well, I can't just let you walk around. Make a persuasion check.
I'm an inspector.
Ogres are not intelligent creatures, so
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, my thing is glitching. Did anyone
Worse.
see that before?
yeah. So I had 23.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Okay, I hope I pass.
Okay. Good job. There might be some other inspectors coming, but just tell them that you already passed.
Oh, thanks.
No problem. Door.
You come to a door. You try to open it. It is locked.
Just gonna walk back. I'll be right back. Guys, there's a door down there. I think that it kind of like curves around, so it might. And the ogre's fine. He's chill. Don't worry about him. But I can open it if we want to. Or what do you want to do?
I mean, we could try to open that as well, but I think we might want to get back to the others as well. Like, we don't even know where they're at in the castle,
It might be
or if they're just in the painting.
Yeah, and then my concern is we don't know what's around the. I'm assuming the young white dragon is not behind that closed door.
What's behind door number one?
But now I'm a little scared that maybe one of the paintings takes you to the dragon, and we don't know
Oh,
where they
God.
are right now. So
Yeah.
What do we want to do about that?
I guess maybe try to throw a rope in the painting and see if it comes out the other side. Well, to somewhere, maybe, or if it's in the painting, then at least maybe if they can tug on it to let us know they're still alive, that might be helpful.
That's a good idea.
Alright, and Kyle goes down the hallway.
Okay. At that, we will smash cut to Nex and Cup. What would you like to do?
There was nothing in the crystal room, right? Like, it was just crystals.
Crystals, they had a faint, like, arcane hum to them. You
Ooh.
wanted to interact
I'm
with
gonna,
them
like, motion to Nex and be like, you know magic. I am dumber than dirt when it comes to that. You should definitely chuck these crystals out. I'll
Just
guard the
having,
door.
like, a really hushed conversation. Like, don't talk about yourself that way. Like, you're so smart. Like, you know all this stuff about nature. Like, as a
Yeah, but-
druid, like, I just think it's, like, really admirable. Like, and you've spent, like, so much time in nature. I've been, like, just hold at my parents' house. It's amazing.
Hey, but there's, like, nature everywhere, so, like, you know more than you think. Pep talking to each other.
All right. And with that pep talk, I got an 18 on Arcana.
Yeah, so you recognize that it's not so much like it's giving off this kind of like natural glow and kind of like it's almost giving off an aroma too, and you're like, it smells like sweet, and like break off a little candy.
What the fuck? That's worse. That's more
Please.
confusing. Okay,
I mean, it smells like pleasant and like sweet.
Oh my god. Okay.
Certainly
I
edible.
don't. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna eat it. We already did an impulsive thing by jumping in a painting. This is some Willy Wonka bullshit, and I'm wrapping it up in a little thingy, and I'm slipping it into my component pouch to show Eureka later.
All right.
Interesting.
But yeah, I will show it to Cup and be like, it's candy? Question mark. I feel compelled to eat it, so I'm not going to.
It's a really weird place.
Yeah.
But it's like everything I wanted as a kid, but like scary.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, this Brastos guy, like, do you have a sweet tooth? Do you remember? Did he have,
You know?
like, a childhood trauma that he's trying to, like, relive somehow with candy?
No, I wouldn't put it past him. He seems really mentally not well, so maybe he has a lot going on.
I'm like, oof.
He's healing in his own way, I guess, by bringing back Tiamat and eating rock candy. I don't know.
Like, wait, should we be stopping him from healing? Maybe he was right all along.
Maybe that's what he needs. Maybe we should move on.
Yeah,
As
we're
you
like,
guys
this is getting to our heads.
begin to exit the room, you hear a howling wind whip around this room, and like a wind so strong that your hair begins to blow and it ruffles the fur of Joe, and you hear the sound Yeeves, and in this whipping wind a air elemental
Oh,
emerges. And yeah,
Tis
roll-
candy.
Oh my god, I didn't even eat it!
you left with the candy though.
Oh my god, I chuck him a gold piece.
It's not
Troubles.
yeah, so roll initiative.
Ah, darn it.
Initiative does not necessarily mean combat. You
True,
can do
true.
a couple of
True.
things. So
Alright, that's a
this is
dirty
just
20 for me.
simple. Okay.
Ooh, I got a 22.
So
Ooh.
right.
Best roll I've ever done.
All to the roll for this guy. Oof, 7. All right. So, up to our first initiative. At this point, you do see a rope just swing through the wall behind the air elemental.
Oh, I think that might be her friends. Ooh. Should we give him his candy back? I'm just gonna... Already in action.
What action are you readying?
I'm gonna ready to shoot at the air elemental, which I don't even know who would hit him. If he doesn't seem like it can be calmed.
Okay. Alright, you're holding your action. Any movement?
I'm gonna stay right where I am. I don't want the guy to see me.
Okay. Next is your turn. What would you like to do? You see a rope that has just kind of like flopped to the floor behind the air elemental. And like this angry elemental.
Okay, I feel like this elemental is gonna blow our cover. Like our pass without trace. I think first I will take the little crystal shard out and sort of like ping it back at him. And as I'm doing that, cast friends on it.
Okay.
Ooh,
yeah.
Which it just says one creature of your choice. Oh, that isn't, I don't know, does it count as hostile? Like, does it seem like it's about to attack us, or is it just accusing us of crimes? Is that hostile?
I don't know, I'm thinking. I feel like we should let the dice decide this one. You could make a persuasion check. See if it would be like willing to accept.
Okay, cool.
Can I do anything to help? Like, we're sorry. I'll whisper.
Casting friends does give me advantage on charisma checks, if that makes any difference.
That would make a difference.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sure.
All right.
Friends works on elementals. Yeah, so just make a persuasion check with.
Okay, that's 18 plus 3 is 21.
Okay, yeah. You the candy gets like caught up in the wind about this elemental, and then just like kind of dissolves.
No harm, no foul.
It regards you suspiciously. If it had a face, I guess. It's just wind. I don't know. Man. I wasn't anticipating any of this. I'm trying.
I think I'm gonna... Okay. How far into the room would the rope go? Could I get there? Grab it as far as my movement?
Yeah. We'll say we're no longer in initiative because you have satisfied the air elemental guarding this chamber.
Okay, cool. It does. Also, just really quick though, is this a door?
Yes, it is a door.
Okay. I'll sort of look at Cup like, do we want to try the door, or should we? Is it foolish to ignore the lifeline being thrown to us?
I can try the door if you want to get the lifeline.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll like start.
Both options.
Yeah, I'll start like heading toward the rope, but kind of like keep an arm outstretched for Cup to grab onto.
I mean, I guess the rope would be long enough if you go back into the hallway to follow Cup.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, no, it's 50 feet of rope. So actually, probably right where you are would be the limit.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, like, I'll sort of just like be waiting here. Like,
Okay.
if she finds something cool, I'll follow. If not, I'll be ready to pull her back with me.
I'm gonna go around the corner. I don't know if the guy can see me. I still have my pass without a trace on. I'll go to the door. Is it locked?
It's unlocked. But you do hear voices on the other side.
Ooh. Cup's gonna remember the last time she tried to eavesdrop and think for a second and really weigh her options. And then it's gonna go back to and let Nex know there's people behind the door and it's unlocked. But that didn't seem like a really good idea right now.
Yeah, I'm just like nodding. I'm like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
I'm growing as a person, you know?
Me too.
I'm learning.
I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we'll sort of all like give the rope 2 good tugs to hopefully signal to my party members that we're here and ready to be.
Yeah, so smash cut back to Eureka, Sylvia, and Kyrell. Kyrell, you feel a tug on the rope.
Well, they're still alive, so that's a good sign.
I tug more insistently.
Do you think we should pull?
I think so. And Kyrell starts pulling.
You pull the rope and whoop, Vex, Up, and Joe come out on the other side of the painting.
Do pop out. I thought there was gonna be pulling us into a wall. Like, I'm just
Same
God.
I really didn't expect that to work, honestly.
I literally don't know how else run that, so.
Well, maybe we could
there's
try
no,
the other
like-
paintings with rope.
The rules for this were foreboding tapestries that led to other rooms, okay? Like, I'm trying to work with the like one line of text that was here.
These campaigns were not built to hold our foolishness.
No, they weren't.
I love it though. I just think it's really comical.
I'm just picturing like the 3 of us, meaning me, Cup, and Joe, just panting in a pile on the floor. And I'm like, crystal, sugar, tried, stole, elemental, steel. Oh god.
Are you? Did you eat something you weren't supposed to?
No, and that was the whole problem.
Eureka was going to say, what did it taste like? But as it was coming out of your her mouth, you said that, so she like pulls back kind of dejectedly.
I'm like, I'm sorry, Eureka, I tried, but I had to give it back to a ghost.
And so she pulls out her notebook and writes ghosts like rock treats? ?
Well, you didn't eat it. You'll never know why the air elemental wanted it.
Unless we go back in, because there were people talking behind a door, guys.
But now you know we can go through these tapestries.
Yeah.
Try another.
Should we go through the scary one?
Yeah. Sylvia convinced one of the ogres that he passed inspection, and there's another locked door around the corner as well, but I fear that we may accidentally encounter the white dragon. So I don't know how badly we want to see another dragon right now.
I know through the tapestry we just went through, there's an unlocked door with voices. So we could go in there? I would say if we're gonna do that, I feel like maybe just picking our most charismatic people. I don't know if we should all barge into there, but Sylvia might do well getting some info from people if we decide to do that.
Yeah,
It's not a bad idea.
The rest of us could like wait in the room with the crystals and not touch anything. And that way if a ruckus does break out, we're close enough to hear it and help.
And what about the painting? Should we leave something here on the other side so we can come back? Or
Ooh.
unless
I mean,
we would be found out. We might be found out if we leave something there.
The fact that there were people on the other side makes me feel like there has to be a way out from there, or else why would they have people stationed there, right?
makes sense.
Are we getting too lost in adventuring, or I guess not adventuring, exploring versus the goal? Because I don't think we know why this is floating still at all, or like how it's floating.
I mean, if we speak with the people on the other side, if they're not Brathos, then we could maybe find where the controls are for it and maybe destroy it.
Certainly try if you want to.
Alright, where are you guys going?
I think through the painting again.
Into the air elemental room?
Yeah.
Alright.
Is it still standing there, or is it chill, or like, I'm sorry, I feel like I don't understand what he's doing now.
Well, as you all... the air elemental.
I think I'm gonna have Joe stay on this side of the portrait with a rope tied around her neck. And just like go through with the rope so that we have a way out.
Okay.
Quick exit.
Yeah, just in case.
Where was the door?
I'm just gonna like,
Around the corner to the right.
point around the corner.
Okay, so Sylvia's gonna stand there for a second and just straighten up. Back at the other ogre for a sec to see if he's noticing anything that's going on. Does he see us at all?
Actually, I'll have you all make another stealth check.
I shouldn't have.
Has it been an hour, or should I?
No,
just so I know
it
if I need to
definitely hasn't been
recast.
an hour.
Okay.
That's
we still
plus
have
10, right?
pass Without,
Yeah,
yes,
plus
yeah.
10.
Okay.
Sam, did my dice roll? Did you see anything?
Yeah, I got a 5 for you, so 15,
That's
and then
so weird.
16, or I'm sorry, a
shows
15
up
for
on my end.
Eureka. That is weird.
21 for Kyrell.
Okay.
30 for next.
Or cup.
Those like socks on the ice is really working out for Nex.
Listen, this is an old Ragashu trick that's been passed down in my family for generations.
Sneaking out of the house.
How do you think my dad got past my mom for all those midnight snacks? Socks on the floor.
You guys honestly picked a good strategy with this because ogres' passive perceptions are really low. They're really strong creatures, but I mean, they don't have great passive perception, so yeah, the ogre does not notice you. The ogre is like buffing up this ballista.
Can I hear anything through the door?
You hear voices. You can't necessarily make them out, but as you kind of put your hand on the door, you feel another presence. The presence of like the Raven. Kind of like puts her hand on top of your hand. Goes. Forward is the only way.
I'm just gonna push open the door and walk in.
All right.
Straight shoulders.
I'm gonna be ready behind the corner with my arrow just in case something bad happens.
Okay.
You enter the room, Sylvia, and Raisman standing. She is flanked by two people. A human warlock who is more machine than he is man. He has this like mechanical contraption that is fused to his body and glowing red eyes. And then you see a like holy cleric next to the two of them. They seem to be conversing, and Rezmir looks over at you and says, "Oh, seem to have a visitor." I think that's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
I'm so sick of stumbling on this bitch.
Good lord.
Always go. We like jump straight to the finals.
Yeah.
Every time.
We chose the wrong room.
It's the elevator there. Right door. Oh,
Man,
God.
I was like, oh yeah, we'll do like Snowy Mountain this session, and the next session we'll probably get to Skyreach. But no, we are in the middle of it now.
Okay, I'm really proud of us though for not going, because imagine if we went through that door and then it was just, I just had to let go of that rope or leave you alone with
I'm really
them.
glad that I grew.
I feel like Sylvia cinematically is the right one to enter this room, you know?
Mhm.
It's just been over and over and over again. I just open a door and there she is. I'm like, oh,
I'm just
hi
like,
again.
Is there something that Sylvia needs to tell us?
Whoa, fate, fate.
yeah, I want you guys to know I place all the tokens like before the session even starts. So whatever in that room was there.
I thought about talking to the ogre. I should have, and just been like, so who's in that room? Right? Oh, you know, Rezmir. Oh, okay, I won't go in there. Just, like, again. Like, she's kicked my ass like 3 times.
Maybe a fourth time, the trick? I mean, there's like so many other people in that room that look super scary, so
So
I mean, you know.
her this time? What? Like, what are you saying?
I mean, she's probably still gonna kick your ass, but like, maybe it's gonna be a group join effort.
I think because I don't want to deal with like crazy movement at the start of initiative, I'm just gonna move you all into the room. And-
Whoa, who's...
That's probably best.
Now,
Yeah.
Sylvia.
I'm sorry, why would we possibly go into initiative? I don't...
Okay, alright. You want the Black Dragon Mask or not, alright?
I only see this going really smoothly, really non-violently. Oh my god.
Oh gosh. I wanted to see if they had any good stuff, like magical items. We're just gonna like immediately crash this fortress into the ground.
I wanted to see if we could go one session without becoming completely fucked.
Yep.
The answer is no.
Mm.
Alright, well.
I mean, I don't think they've seen Sylvia's face yet.
Oh no, they noticed Sylvia. Sylvia proudly entered the room with
Oh.
her chin up.
Classic.
So
Oh.
yeah, Rezmir clocked that. Out of the frying pan, immediately into the fire. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there, and we'll pick